Gardner-Webb head coach Trey Lamb, running Bulldogs, played their first association conference game this past week, came up just short 27-25 at Tennessee State. They'll go on the road. They got their second FBS opponent of this season, East Carolina, this weekend. So, Coach, just some thoughts on your team, and then we'll go to some questions.
Yeah, give Coach George and Tennessee State a lot of credit. I think they've gotten a lot better. They played really well Saturday night in a lot of phases, particularly defensively. I thought they did a really good job of being patient, not giving up the big play against us. Credit to them for finishing the game. Credit to their kicker. Made two 50-yard field goals in the last 6 minutes of the game. Just a brutal way to lose. I think the lesson for us is we've got to find a way to separate. I've said that for 2 weeks now. We beat Elon last week in a game I thought we should have won by more. And then last week, I thought we let Tennessee State hang around and didn't get it done. But they deserve all the credit. They were able to finish the game. It was a hard-fought battle. It was competitive. I think Coach has done a really good job of building that roster, playing with discipline, not beating themselves. Their quarterback came in and played well for them. So tough loss. You know, we got a lot of lessons to learn. Our special teams right now are absolutely gutting us. Offensively, we punted 10 times. I don't think I've ever had that happen in my career. As a play caller, we had over 400 yards of offense and scored 25 points. So that's clearly not enough. We got to finish drives in the red zone. We missed 2 chip shot field goals. A lot of self-inflicted wounds. We're just not playing our best football as a team. And our defense was awesome. They were lights out. They played way too many snaps. They forced 11 punts. I think they defended 17 or 18 drives in the game, which is ridiculous. We've got to be able to stay on the field offensively on third down. We got to be better on second down. And we had too many self-inflicted wounds in the special teams game. We snapped one over the punter's head, gave them a free score. We didn't recover a kick after a safety. Just a comedy of errors on my part. I got to get that cleaned up as the head coach. Obviously not pleased with the result, but we've got a special opportunity this week, our last FBS game of the season, and we got a chance to go upset East Carolina, who's 0-3 right now, but Coach Houston's done an outstanding job there. I think he's developed that roster. They're having a little bit of quarterback issues, in my opinion, but they're still really good on defense. They play extremely hard. You can tell how well coached they are. I got a ton of respect for Mike Houston and the way he runs a tough, hard-nosed program.
Perfect. Thanks, Coach. If you have a question, for Coach, let me know down in the chat, and I'll call on you. But we'll start with Jacob first. Go ahead, Jacob.
Hey, Coach. It's been a while since this team's lost a regular season game. What's the mood been like after that loss? What was your message to them, and how's practice been since then?
It's terrible for 24 hours. A 6 o'clock kick in Nashville. We got home at 7 a.m. when the sun was coming up Eastern time. Brutal bus ride home after losing on a last-second 50-yard field goal. You start questioning yourself. You question your calls. You question all the what-ifs that could go on in the game. But at the end of the day, we have to get over it. And we had a great practice last night, a very enthused practice. I was proud of the way our kids responded. We understand last year, guys, we lost to Elon in a very similar game in week 3. And then the next week, we got beat 45-14 by Mercer. And we go on to win 7 of our last 8 games to have a great season. So the message to the team last night was that's a speed bump. We must learn from it. You either win or you learn. And we were in great spirits last night. Our coaching staff got to work Sunday morning right when we got back. And we've had a good 2 days of preparation, and we'll be ready to play this week. I can promise you that.
Coach, do you have any kind of injury update on Justin Franklin, when he might be available? And if so, what does he bring to the team that will be able to stretch the defense out a little bit?
Yeah, we're certainly beat up there. Justin's not going to be available this week. That's hurting us. A freshman all-conference receiver, hadn't played in really 2 seasons now, just dealing with the ankle injury. It was a bad one, and he's just not back to where he can help us yet. And then, we're banged up in the tight end room. But it's football, man. Injuries happen, and it's my job to get the best personnel on the field and put them the best chances to win on plays and move the ball and stop them on the other side. So that's coaching. That's what I get paid to do, and we'll get that done.
even though East Carolina's 0-3, they're still on the FBS level. What kind of effort is it going to take, and what do you need to do to pull off an upset Saturday?
Yeah, it's a hostile environment. They have great fans. They've got a great stadium. I've actually never been to a game there, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. They do a really good job defensively of really harassing you and making you uncomfortable. They don't they blitz a lot. They're coming from all over. They're not very consistent in the fronts that they play. It's a very hard week to prepare for defensively. And then offensively, they're gonna throw the ball down the field. They're gonna put you in some conflict with their skill, and we know how good the skill can be at the FBS level. They're big up front. Garcia can run. He's a problem with his feet. I think they're having some quarterback competition right now, which surely they'll get that figured out this week. And we're just gonna have to go play well. We got to play our game and worry about us. We got to get better. We've yet to play a complete game as a team. We're not playing very good complementary football. It's one week the defense will get a stop and or a turnover or safety, and then we don't go score. And then it's the opposite. We'll go score 2 touchdowns, and then we'll give up a 2-minute drill before the half or into the game that we just give them an easy touchdown. So we're not playing very good complementary football. Our special teams are not very good right now. Our specialists are not playing very well. We're going to have to get that fixed if we're going to win a conference championship, or we're going to make the playoffs. And we got to get that fixed this week. We got to be better at specialists. We got to be better at quarterback. We got to be patient offensively. We got to take those 4- and 5-yard gains if they're going to give them to us. Then defensively, we just got to keep doing what we're doing. I'm very proud of the way we're playing on defense, which we got 10 starters back. Like, we knew we were going to be strong on that side of the ball. But they've even gone above and beyond, and I think our defensive staff's doing a great job of getting those guys schemed up each week. And offensively, we got to help those guys and not put them in bad spots. So I think the key this week is going to be taking the football away like always, valuing the football. We got to hit on some shots, some trick plays. We got to play better in the special teams game, and I think we'll be in it. I really do.
All right, thanks, Coach. That's all from me.
If anybody else has questions, let me know down in the chat. Coach, you talked about, you did get some offense. Nari he averaged 8.9 yards per carry on 17 carries. Can you talk about that and getting the run game going there a little bit?
Yeah, the stats are a little skewed because we snapped one over the punter's head for a 62-yard loss that goes against the offense. So, we had over 400 yards offense. It wasn't like we weren't moving the ball. We were stalling out. When we got to the red zone, we missed 2 chip shots. We turned it over on downs. We score the first drive, 4 plays. We get a turnover 3 plays later, and we go 4 and out in plus territory. The issue, we rushed for 180 yards. We were fine. I mean, we played okay offensively. We just stalled out, and we didn't finish drives, and we had 0 turnovers. So it's frustrating. It's one of those weird games. They don't happen very often. I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but Nari played a great game. I think he ran for 1, caught 1, and averaged 9 yards a carry. He's a special player. I mean, tells me we need to get him the ball more, but yeah, we played fine. We didn't finish drives, and we were awful on 3rd down. We were awful in the red zone, and those critical areas will get you beat. And it did. It got us beat.
Last chance. Anybody questions for Coach Lamb? All right, Coach. Thanks for your time this morning. Best of luck Saturday. We'll talk to you again next week.
All right. Thanks,
All right,
guys.
thanks.